Elara's Dark Return. When I was a child, the forest behind my house was my kingdom, and my imaginary friend Elara was my constant companion. She was always a shadowy figure in my peripheral vision, whispering secrets of the woods and guiding me to hidden clearings. It's been 2 decades, and I hadn't thought about Elara until I found an old drawing she helped me create. A map of the forest with a peculiar symbol marked at its heart. The symbol seemed to pulse with a life of its own, drawing me back to the forest where it all began. Returning to the forest as an adult should have been nostalgic, but instead, every rustle of leaves and distant bird call felt like a warning. As I followed the map, the air grew thick and the trees seemed to bend toward me, their branches like skeletal fingers. I reached the clearing marked by the symbol, only to find a stone altar, aged and covered in moss, that had clearly been there for centuries. Suddenly, I felt a familiar presence beside me. Elara's shadow emerged, darker and more defined than I remembered, her eyes glinting with an unnatural light. I realized then that Elara was never truly imaginary. She was something ancient and bound to the forest, waiting for my return. The whispers I once heard as a child returned, more urgent and insistent. They spoke of a pact I had unknowingly made, a promise to return and complete a ritual that had been left unfinished. Elara's form danced around the altar, urging me to step forward and fulfill my childhood promise. The climax came when I felt my body move against my will, drawn to the altar by unseen forces. The forest seemed to hold its breath as I touched the cold stone, triggering a cascade of memories and emotions. I saw glimpses of past visitors, all children like myself who had been lured here by their own imaginary friends. As the forest closed in around me, I understood that Elara's shadow had never left. It had been waiting, patient and persistent, for me to return and join the eternal dance of the forest's forgotten children.